my YouTube channel, No Mirror Needed. My name is Donna and I make videos every week. So today I'm going to be really discussing an important topic that I think everyone can relate to, and that is how to ask for help. How to ask for help and be okay with it, and not only how to ask for help, but how to ask for help with confidence. And I think that that is just the key point here in this video today, because I, like so many others, have struggled in my life and wasn't quite sure who to turn to, how to ask for help. And I consider myself a pretty strong person, but I feel like there's been several times in my life where I was struggling mentally and just didn't know how to go about it, how to approach it, or even just what I needed to actually be asking for to get myself the help that I needed. And in today's video, I feel like it's super important that a lot of people who are struggling out there get the help that they need, especially in the times that we are living in. There's several strong people out there who may feel that they are afraid to ask for help. Maybe they feel that they won't excel or they'll be looked down upon. There are several reasons why people may not ask for the help that they need. When it comes down to asking for help, I'm here to tell you that it is okay. Several of us may feel like that we're brought up in a society that asking for help may feel that we look weak, or that we can't handle our situation that we're in, or that we're mentally maybe even unstable to ask for help. Now, deep down inside, we know that that is not true. In reality, we may not actually know how to ask for the help that is needed, nor we may not even see the signs that help is at the point where we need to start asking for it. In reality, we may not know the signs or practice how to ask for help. That's not something they teach you when you're growing up, how to reach out to someone and ask for the help that you need. In my opinion, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength, because you're showing a willingness to ask for the help. This goes in your personal life and even in your work life. There are so many times that we need to ask for help, but we're not sure what to do. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you some tips that I learned along the way that I actually taught myself on how I can ask for help with more confidence. Now, there are several reasons why asking for help may just seem too difficult, and some of those are the obvious reasons that I just mentioned. But some people also may feel that they're afraid of rejection. Asking for help may feel like they are being rejected by others. They also may feel like asking for help is them losing control of their own self. If you ask for help, you're going to lose control of your own ability to make decisions. Or you may also feel like you are a burden to other people. Now, the end result of this always leaves us feeling the same way. We're left feeling overwhelmed, stressed, sad, anxious, and overall frustrated. Our greatest successes in life can be accomplished and achieved by leaning on others, and know that it doesn't need to be this way. We can achieve the goals that we want by just asking for help. So how are you going to ask for help and feel confident about it? My first piece of advice is to loosen up on your need to control everything. I am a complete control freak. I need to do everything my way, according to the way I feel is the right way. I also always need to know exactly what is going on at all times, and I always feel like the way other people are doing things is not the right way, because my way is always better. So it could be really hard to let go of feeling like you have to control everything. And that may stem from something from your childhood, or a bigger reason as to why you don't want to let go of this control. But once you start doing so, you are going to feel a little bit of a weight lifted off your shoulders. The first thing to do is start with small tasks. Maybe you need help having the kids picked up from school, but you aren't quite ready yet to have someone else do it. Ask that person to pick up your dry cleaning. Start with small little tasks first, so you can get used to the idea of letting go of little pieces of control, and so then you can ask for the bigger thing that you really want to accomplish. My second piece of advice is to stop feeling like you're a burden to other people. Now, the people that are around you and that love you are only looking for your best interest in mind. Hopefully by now you cut out all those toxic people that we talked about, and you let go of relationships that aren't going to help you. So the people that are left now in your life only want to help you and love you and see you succeed. So asking for help, they will never feel like it's a burden to them. And I can tell you firsthand that by asking these people for help, you're actually giving them something as well, because they also need to feel maybe that they're needed. And by asking them for help, you are going to feel a closer relationship to them. Maybe starting off very small with small tasks, so they don't feel like bam, they're hit with a big project. Maybe start asking for them to maybe pick up some groceries for you, pick up something from the post office for you. Doing small, simple tasks will start maybe feeling those people out. And if they have an issue with you asking for help for little tiny tasks or goals, then obviously those are not the people that you want to ask. The people that are in our life are there to help you and see you succeed. And it took me such a really long time to extend kind of like that olive branch out to people and let them know that I was struggling. But once I did, they were so more than appreciative and grateful to help me, because the end result was watching me be successful. My next tip is to stop caring what people think about you. And I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to stop caring what people thought. It was something that I really needed to work on. And if you are feeling that way too, then obviously there's a deeper issue inside of you that is making you feel that way. So first you want to work on what it is that you are struggling with, that you care so much as to what people think. Those people that you think care about you, they don't care. They're so worried about their own lives that it's just something that you are mentally thinking about. Those people do not even care what goes on in your life. I can guarantee you, everyone is just so worried about their own lives. So you need to start worrying about your life as well. And people aren't going to see you as weak. Again, asking for help to me is a sign of showing your willingness to reach out to others. It actually makes you appear stronger because you're showing them a vulnerable side of you that maybe other people don't get to see. And in my opinion, it does not matter what people think about you. It's what you think about yourself. It's really how you envision who you are that really matters. Everything around you is extra noise. And if you are afraid of hearing what other people may think about you, just block it out. And who cares? That is one thing that you need to work on, is who cares what other people think. By doing that, it's just holding yourself back from living the life that you possibly can live and reaching out for the help that you need. One thing I spoke about was the fear of rejection. Now let's face it, none of us want to feel rejected. It makes us feel so sad and upset and depressed when someone turns you away. But let me tell you that fear of rejection is definitely stemming from a different issue or a deeper issue, maybe something from your past that truly needs to be worked on first for you to get over that fear. Having a fear of rejection is all part of life. It's all something that we have to go through. Not everyone is going to like us. Not everybody is going to want to help you. And not everyone is going to be connected to you in the way that you deserve to be connected. So the first thing that you need to do is dig really deep down inside your soul and find out what is the actual problem. Who cares? What is the worst thing that can possibly happen? That person says no, that's okay. Being rejected is all part of life, and you have to learn how to receive the rejections. I think a lot of things that are going on in this world today is that we are not setting up our kids good enough for rejection, and everything is kind of like handed to them these days. Like, you're not going to lose as a sports game. You're going to be included all the time in everything that's going on, and they are afraid to teach their kids that rejection is a part of life. And I think that's really detrimental to their life when they grow up, because the world is never going to include you in every single thing that goes on. You're going to be rejected at your job. You're going to be rejected by friends. There are several reasons, or there are several situations that you are going to find yourself in that you are going to feel rejected. And it's all about how you deal with that in order for you to get over it. And a fear of rejection obviously is something that none of us want to go through. We all want to be included in everything, but unfortunately that's just not the way life goes. So just kind of like get over it and stop caring about, again, what people think about you, and learn that it's okay to be rejected, and just move on to maybe the next person, or move on from that relationship that you may have with that person. Maybe that's just not the person for you to have in your life. Now that you have pinpointed several specific reasons on what could be holding you back from asking for help, now we need to learn how to ask for help with confidence. So the first thing that you need to do is set a specific intention. And I always talk about this, setting an intention. Why are you asking for help? What is your end result? What is your end goal by asking for the help that is needed? So first you want to determine your intentions for asking for help. Next thing is that you want to be very specific on the end date or the end result on when this needs to be completed. Don't leave it open-ended for the other person to make that decision for you. Oh, well, I'll get to it by this time. No, you need to specifically, once you set that intention, you need to specifically say how long you need this task to be accomplished by. That is very, very important because that shows confidence. That shows that you know that you have a start and an end date. And that shows the person that you are willing to set a specific goal in mind and that you know exactly when you need it to be completed by. So I think it's very important to set a specific end date and let that person know that you need it to be done by this time. My next tip is that you want to include the person that you're asking. Give them a reason on why you need this goal accomplished. Now, I don't want you to give them too much information. You don't want to seem overly desperate or needy when you're asking for help. You want to just fill them in and give them a brief synopsis on why it is that you're asking for that help so you can include them in the goal-orienting task. They need to feel like they have some sort of ownership in it, and by giving them just a small reason as to why you need this goal completed will help them feel included, and they will feel more inclined to help you and get this task done for you. Now, previously I had mentioned loosening the grip a little bit on control, but here I want you to take back some of the control and give the person that you're asking a specific action plan on how this goal is going to be completed. Do not leave it up to them because that gives the other person control over your life, and we want to maintain and keep control over our life, and it's not their responsibility to come up with a game plan on how this goal is going to be completed. It's really your responsibility. So map that out and have those steps, and they can give their opinion and add their opinion in that may work a little bit better or quicker to expedite the help. But in retrospect, you want to sit down and make sure you have a game plan all figured out. All of these things that I'm talking about should have been thought about in advance before going to the person to ask for the help. That's what's going to elude the self-confidence. So we want to make sure that we have a specific action plan that we are giving to the person so they can help us complete the tasks that we're asking for. Last but not least, my final tip for advice on how to ask for help is to just say thank you. Show appreciation to the person that you're asking for help. Don't take them for granted. You want to you don't have to buy them a fancy gift and go, all the crazy, extraordinary about it. You just want to say thank you. Saying thank you goes such a long, long way, and I think that we don't do enough of saying thank you to others. It also leaves an open-ended invitation. So if that person can possibly need help in the future, they can ask you for help and know that you guys will work as a team next time and you will be there for them if they ever need anything. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this very quick video on how you can ask for help with confidence. I think it's so super important because growing up, I didn't have that confidence that I needed to ask for help, and I just kind of like waited around for possibly my time or my turn to come, whereas maybe I was going to get a little sliver of life because I was then possibly going to be able to accomplish what it was that I wanted to accomplish. And again, there are a lot of things that I learned growing up that held me back, and I think that having so much confidence was one of them. And asking for help, again, is something that all of us go through. The strongest person learns that asking for help is just okay. And it teaches your kids that asking for help is also okay and that we can't do everything alone. We want to think that we can, and we want to think that we're strong enough, but especially with the way things are going now, leaning on others is just pure bliss, and it's going to be super beneficial for you in the future. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. We have so many new subscribers this week. It was mind-blowing to see we gained 10 new subscribers this week. So amazing. So I just wanted to say a quick thank you and a shout out to everyone who has been supporting me, and I am seeing some growth, so I'm so super happy and appreciative of that. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you give a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and I think next video we're going to be talking about budgeting. I think that has been something I always wanted to talk about, and I think budgeting is very important, especially now since we're all on some sort of budget. I'm going to be teaching you some tips and tricks that I learned about budgeting. Nothing too big. All you're going to need is your computer. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please, again, leave me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week. So for now, bye.